All right, Joshua.
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a new route, it's a new location for us.
New location, new room.
It's a new room for us. That's
Right.
why we were gone for a week, ladies and gentlemen. We were gone for a week. You probably missed us.
Happy Easter to y'all.
Happy Easter. Buona Pasqua.
Okay.
Buona Pasqua for everyone in Italy.
Feliz Bunny Hope. That's Spanish.
That's a Spanish
Yeah, Spanish.
one.
Feliz
Spanish
Bunny Hope.
A long-ear food. Everyone in China.
Yeah, that's a long-eared food. Yeah,
Long-eared
that's transferred.
food.
Yeah,
It's the English translation of their Chinese word.
yeah, exactly right.
I mean, how many Chinese listeners do we have? Only a few thousand. So.
Quite a few.
Yeah, well, that is quite a lot, and we want to respect all of our listeners, our thousands and thousands of listeners. But you're all special to us.
We all hope you had a great Easter break. We did too. Joshua, get into the guy. That's that's Croatian for. Did you get up to anything special over the Easter break?
I didn't. We do a little bit of family stuff.
Yep.
We do a little bit of family stuff, but I'm not really interested in it.
Yeah.
Easter for me is just 4 days off.
Yeah.
It's not really a holiday. How can you celebrate Easter?
That's right.
Mid-year, no one gets presents. You get chocolate. It's chocolate.
Didn't you go up out and suit any women up in nice furry outfits with long ears and cotton tails, as it were? And did you get any cotton tail over the Easter break?
Don't I always?
Yeah, wow.
Don't I always?
Wow. We hope so.
That's when my voice comes in like that. Don't I always, T-Mac?
That's
my Richard Attenborough voice comes out when I'm talking about the.
It does indeed. It does.
And you know that from experience because we've been friends for quite a while.
Do every time we're out and about in a club or something like that, and you want to impress a lady and you want to show her your prowess, your eloquence, and your urbane nature, out comes Edinburgh. Edinburgh. That's the one.
Hello, ladies. Would you like a drink? Well, I'm not going to buy you a drink, and I'm going to tell you why. And then you go on from there.
Yeah, exactly. It works well. It really works well.
Have you ever bought a drink for a girl? That's my question for you.
Have I ever?
At a club.
Maybe.
What's your views on that?
Maybe when I was in my 20s, my wife tells me a story about when her and her friends used to go to the clubs. She would go chat up a guy,
okay,
and she would say, yeah, and if he hadn't offered her a drink, she would say, yeah, okay. Can you buy me and my friend a drink?
Yeah.
So she'd make, and they would basically do it.
And they would buy the friend, thinking that they're
her and the friend.
Who was this? Your wife?
Your
now wife.
My now wife.
Did she do that to you?
No.
I
wasn't really into the buying the drink thing. It's like, and I've heard it in comedy routines in the past, and I'm not going to really plagiarize here, but
do it.
Some comedian said, why is that the case in a bar? Why you don't see guys walking up to the girl at the meat market or the supermarket where the meats are and say, hi, can I buy you a pork chop?
Can I buy a pork chop? Do you want a pound of meat?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And then I'll call you later.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me know how that
goes. It's not really romantic in that sense. My thing is, and this is our opinion in the BFC as well, within the BFC community, as it were.
Yeah.
If a girl asks you to buy her a drink, you know what you do?
What's that?
You do not buy her a drink.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because as soon as you buy her a drink, you're saying
she's out of there. And
well done.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah.
All you wanted was a drink. I know that.
It's a bullshit thing. I hate it.
It's an empty promise from the girls.
And how is it viewed when you ask a woman to buy you a drink?
Well, that's the thing. Well, I have been asked for me to buy people a drink. Girls.
Yeah.
And sometimes guys. The guys will buy them a drink.
They will.
With the girls that ask me to buy them a drink, I put it back on them. I'm like, no. How about this? You buy me a drink now, and I'll buy you a couple of drinks later on.
Okay.
Right.
How about you buy me a drink now, and later back at your apartment, I will allow you to give the drink back to me in a different form. Yeah.
So what you're saying there is you're going to get down on that.
That's correct. Yeah, exactly right.
Fantastic.
So what do we have in store for the show today, my man?
It's a big show.
Yeah,
it's a big show. It's the post-Easter week show.
It is.
We did take a week off. I was lying about the whole whatever other excuse I came up with earlier.
Yeah.
We did take the week off for Easter.
Yep, we did.
It was very relaxing.
And we're back at you. Joshua and T-Mac here at Generational. We're going to take a little 30-second break for all our sponsors to chime in.
Absolutely. All of our sponsors.
Yeah.
So we're going to need at least
Chuck Savory Biscuits, welcome aboard.
There'll be 13 advertisers in the next 30 seconds.
We do apologize for the commercialization of this show, but sometimes you just can't control the animal, the machine.
It's kind of about like the wheels start turning, the cogs start fitting into place, and you and me are looking at each other. So this is
this is very strange. Yeah, very strange.
It's a new studio. We're looking at each other. So this is.
We're actually facing each other. Normally we're sitting side by side, holding hands and thighs. But this time we're facing each other and we're just playing footsie.
If there's any long breaks within the show, it is because we are staring romantically.
That's right.
So stick around and we'll be back in a sec. Generational. A generational.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for that. Now, I'm going to start in on something. We're going to start in some material. We've got lots to cover today. Lots to cover.
So much to cover.
So much going on in the world. I'm going to tap into your generation here. And just to remind people, any new listeners, generational is about bridging the generational gap between Gen X and Gen Y.
We've got a Gen Xer here, that's T-Mac, played by T-Mac.
That's right.
And we've got a Gen Yer here.
And that's played
by
T-Mac. By Joshua as well.
And I'm here.
So I'm going to tap into some Gen Y stuff, and I want to gauge your response on this now. Facebook.
All right.
Big topic of yours.
Never heard of it.
Apparently they're coming out with their own mobile phone.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
I haven't heard about this.
You haven't heard about this at all?
I haven't heard about this one, no.
Okay, so they're putting out the Facebook phone. There's rumors about, it's a very tightly sealed rumor.
Are they using their own operating system? Is it an own design that they're coming up with?
Now you're getting into shit I don't want to talk about. Okay, so basically,
we're not reviewing the product.
No, we're not. This is not a review. Okay.
So don't think you're going to get a Facebook phone product review right now.
No, this is not. Look, the rumors are rife. What's going to happen? What's going on? What's it going to look like? What's it going to be? All we know at this stage, what we know at this stage, there's a lot of questions that won't be answered here. Essentially, there's going to be, I think the gist of it is everything you put into this phone goes straight to Facebook.
Okay.
Like basically, right?
Okay.
So this is a Facebook phone. It's got apps that are directly correlated with Facebook. They're probably going to create their own apps. And then essentially, it's a way of owning you, right? Okay. You're going to be owned by Facebook. Okay. So what are your initial thoughts on this?
So many issues.
Right. Okay.
So many issues. For someone like myself, BFC.
Yeah.
There can be a lot of activity going on, and if you don't want that activity to be in more places than one, i.e., your phone and your Facebook for people to see, I feel like it's a little bit risky.
Yeah,
it's a little bit risky for some people. I don't know. It depends on how they're planning on integrating the Facebook with the messages.
See, I don't know how to use Facebook, so I don't even know what that means. But our listeners probably do.
Okay. I feel it. Okay.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting, but I'm not a fan. No.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you feel? Are you excited about it?
Well, see, I'm kind of from the old school, right?
Okay.
And so while researching some of this Facebook phone stuff, I found out that I'm kind of hankering to wait out for the Hotmail phone. Okay, so Hotmail is going to be putting out their own phone.
Are they really?
And this is really kind of exciting for me. Okay, I'm the old school. I like, my old ways, if you want to put it that way. Okay.
I want to put it that way, yes.
Yeah, okay. Put it however you like. Now, they're going to be straying away from the orthodox trends of the moment with mobiles, right? I mean, first of all, I guess the first major thing you'll notice is the phone's going to weigh 47 kilos. Okay, sure. So it's a Hotmail phone.
A small girl.
It's a Hotmail phone. Yeah. 47 kilos. With that 47 kilos, there's going to be a lot you can do with that.
47 kilos, yeah. Okay.
Now the other thing, so the Facebook phone sends everything to Facebook, right?
Sure.
Now with the Hotmail phone, everything you do gets sent back to 1992.
Okay. Sure, absolutely.
So this is in a.
It's important. It keeps everything available for you.
That's correct.
You want to be able to go, hey, if I'm in 1992.
It's a 1992 cloud. Okay. And it's going to be actually helicoptered up and placed in a physical cloud.
Yeah.
back in 1992.
So a reverse time capsule.
That's correct.
Okay.
Well,
now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Now, one thing that I like about this too is the phone is actually staying with the social theme. Like, you know, Facebook's all about social, right? Social.
Social, yeah.
So the Hotmail phone is cool because it's going to have a built-in espresso machine and a fold-out trestle table.
So
it's anywhere you are, you can pop that table out, pour yourself and a couple mates some espressos, bam, you got a social setting.
It's the ultimate portable conversational area.
Can you imagine that? Just with the phone.
Yeah.
Just with this 47-kilo phone, you can do all this.
Oh, you want a drink? Yeah, I'll just bust out my phone.
Dude.
Get my Hotmail.
What would you like? Yeah. Now, the first edition of the Hotmail phone will not have a milk frother, unfortunately. Okay. That's going to be come out in the next OS.
Sure.
So looking forward to that.
That'll be great.
However, the extraction device is in there, and I think even you can heat your cups on it too. So it's really, there's a lot going on there.
That's important.
They're also allowing you to really kind of create a kind of a smart office, as it were. Okay, so it's got a paper shredder in it, and it has a scanner and fax machine too. So I mean.
It's got everything you need.
Imagine the convenience of this thing.
It's going to be fantastic.
I'm walking down Swanston Street. I pop into Fed Square. Bam, I flop out my trestle.
Yeah.
I'm pouring coffees. This is all from my phone, dude.
You're going to be the talk of the town.
I'm telling you what.
You're going to be the coolest guy.
I'm making deals. I'm sending faxes.
Cashing checks and breaking necks.
I tell you what.
It's
taking the smart office to new levels. You know what I mean?
I feel you know what, I'm thinking about the Facebook phone again.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be an issue because I feel like Jerry, what's his name?
Springer?
Jerry. Is his name? It's not Jerry.
Spreaker?
It's Zuckerberg.
Oh yes, him. Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
He's a bit of a player. I feel like he would have thought about the security measures before he designed the phone.
Well. We'll have to wait and see for that one. If you guys are Facebook fans, get out there, wait for that one. If you're Gen Xers, man, Hotmail telephone.
North Korea's been in the news, T-Mac.
Oh, shit.
I am interested in this stuff, T-Mac.
Yeah, I know.
I'm thoroughly interested.
They've been in the news for a few weeks now. I mean, they came out with their PC gaming device a couple weeks back.
Definitely. And now they're just trying to get the publicity for that game by making all these threats and stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
Just trying to it's almost embarrassing that they're just trying to get this free, PR.
Yeah, but the US is keeping a keen eye on them. Are they not?
They are, but look out for that game, though. Look out for that game. It's going to be a great one.
Yeah, I will.
You know who I feel sorry for in this whole situation?
Justin Timberlake?
He is on the list. The Nazis.
Sure.
Because, for what, 70 years now, they have been the evil entity for everyone to not like.
Right.
For the last 70 years. They are the evil group.
Yeah, it's an overwhelming majority of people that dislike Nazis. Aside from a sparing few out there in, say, England with their shit kickers, their red suspenders, and their oi-ois.
Yeah, they're all into it.
Yeah.
So I feel sorry for them. They're sort of being forgotten. They're being pushed to the side.
So you feel sorry for the Nazis? You feel sorry for the Nazis? Can I just clarify that? You feel sorry for the Nazis?
I'm going to say...
I don't know what to go on.
For legal reasons...
for our Palestinian listeners out there, we do... we just want to...
We don't...
You might want to shut off now. I don't know.
Just stop listening. In general, probably a good idea for all our listeners. Anyway, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring them back into the media. Okay? And so apparently media outlets, because I saw a news story today.
Yep.
There was in 1945, when the Americans, after the war had been won, they were going through some of their war documents, some of the German war documents.
That's the 100-Day War, right?
Oh, yeah. That's
okay.
In Sparta or wherever it was.
Yeah.
And they found plans for a giant space gun. Okay.
Really?
Basically, what they were going to do was get a mirror that was a mile wide, so about 1.5 kilometers wide.
Yep.
Put it up in space.
Yep.
And when the sun beamed into it, it would magnify that beam.
Of course.
Onto a target of their choosing.
Nice.
So what they've done is they've taken a classic from when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You know what?
Of burning ants. Yeah.
Burning ants.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And we're going to use it to burn whole cities.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, wow, this thing was going to cost 3 million marks. It was going to take 15 years to make.
Mm-hmm.
That is an obsession with their childhood memories. Okay?
Yeah.
And it turns out someone had an obsession with their childhood memories, and I'll tell you why. They tried other childish schemes.
Did they?
The Nazis tried a few childish schemes, and I've got them for you.
Do you? You were
mate?
able to uncover this list.
What did the Nazis try in World War II? They had childish schemes, and now you're gonna hear them because you're listening to our podcast today. Generation No. You're gonna hear them. Wrap it up.
Right.
Okay, so first of all, they trained their troops in nipple cripple combat.
Oh, wow.
They felt that it was important to have hand-to-hand, close nipple cripple combat.
Nipple cripple. Yeah, I haven't heard that expression before.
It subdues
Is
the
that
enemy.
is that an offshoot of the titty twister?
It's the titty twister.
It is the titty twister.
It is the titty twister.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
This is true. German soldiers were taught how to say in English, stop, surrender, poo-poo head, and fart smeller. So it was a mental game as well.
Yeah, of course.
They were really trying to cut to that second layer of people's,
There's
emotions.
there's nothing that's more of a self-esteem breaker than when you're on the battlefield, you're trying to be harsh, you're trying to get into that front line, and someone calls you a poo-poo eater. It's just, it defeats you.
You're just like, you know you're not a poo-poo eater.
Because you've got, what's your retort?
What do you say?
I mean, even if you shoot the guy, that is still in your mind.
Because it's being said now.
Exactly, that's out there.
It's out there.
The seed has been planted.
It's not just you that heard it, because you're in an area with a lot of other people.
And how are you going to change other people's perceptions of you?
Because maybe now they think you're a poo-poo eater.
Exactly, that's wrong.
And like, so
that's really sad. That's harsh.
Cootie drops on enemy bases.
Cootie drops, yeah.
So basically, cooties. Maybe it could be through mortars as well. Shoot the mortars, lay on the ground, like a gas attack, but with cooties.
Kids, don't do this at home.
Definitely don't do this at home. Before they invaded Poland, they actually tried to trade it for marbles. The Polish authorities didn't take that too kindly, so that's when they invaded.
Yeah, marbles wasn't really popular back then anyway, so they weren't buying into that. Jacks, on the other hand, were really popular, and Hitler couldn't get his hands on them enough.
Did I say marbles?
Yes, you did.
I meant jacks.
Did you?
I did mean jacks and Pokemon cards. Just before the end of the war, Hitler actually called barley. But it was too late. And the Russians came in, and then the whole thing happened.
God.
So those were
silly goose.
Those were some of the childish schemes that the Nazis used in World War II.
I love that you bring this education to the table, man. Like, I mean, I would never have known that. I never would have thought to look it up. Here you are, the younger generation, feeding into the older dog.
I really want our listeners to be able to walk away from this show and say, wow, I'm a better person.
Dude, I've got some really strange animal facts for you here. Now we're going. This show's all over the place. Really show all over the place. But this is really interesting, and I read this on this Twitter feed that I get called "What the Facts," right? Okay. It's a family show. This is true now. This is true. This is really bizarre. It's true.
All right, take your time.
Okay. Because I want to read this to you because it's really true.
Read it slow.
Okay. If you hold the head of a chicken and
with your hand.
And draw a straight line while it watches.
Also with your hand.
It will be hypnotized for 30 minutes.
In what way hypnotized? Like, can you?
It's just he'll just look at the line and he'll completely stare at that thing. So like you can have your way with this chicken now because he's just focused on this line.
Can you then teach it to stop smoking or
Look, you can pull out the egg sac. You can do whatever you like. Apparently it's really moist and cushy in there.
Like so some of the right.
You know what I mean? You could restyle his hairdo so when he wakes up, he's like, "What the hell happened to me?"
Put him a t-shirt with I'm an idiot, and then all the other chickens are like, "Oh, you're an idiot."
Yeah, I'm a stupid bully.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So then he just stares at that line.
He stares at that line.
Oh my god.
Similarly. Now, I looked up, this was an American one out there, but now I looked up Australian ones, and similarly, if you look into the eyes of a koala for just only 10 seconds, it'll actually bust out laughing and offer you a joint. So that is how, like, that just,
That is
Australian
so
animals,
handy.
isn't it handy though? Like, I feel like getting stoned, where's a koala?
Where's a koala? Let's find myself a koala. I'm going to look at him, look him in the eyes.
Just for 10 seconds. That's all it takes.
And the koala loves it.
He busts out laughing.
He's found a new friend.
He's like stoner buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Anyone that stares at him, he's into it.
He puts on some Soundgarden and, he whips out, he rolls it tightly,
Yeah.
laces it with a bit of hashish, offers it to you. Bam.
So he's up in a tree.
That's right.
And you're
Yeah.
on the ground, you stare at him.
That's right.
Does he then come down from the
I think
tree,
from
introduce himself?
yeah.
There's food involved,
Yeah.
I assume.
He always has munchies on board.
Eucalypts, leaves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm into it.
So it's good, man. But I love that Australian animals are so much cooler than the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying?
I'm into it.
Another one here. When given the choice, seahorses will opt not to wear condoms, and so that's really curious.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
curious one.
I've always thought that.
Yeah,
I've always
yeah.
thought that. I've been with
Yeah.
a few seahorses. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Didn't work.
they don't care about protection. Yeah.
You like homo seahorses, If you put a necktie on a cat, it will acquire a senior management role at its next interview. So that was really, I think that,
Yeah.
it's, what does it say about the feline population?
I mean,
Like,
it says that
they're go-getters.
they're motivated. They're driven.
They're
Okay?
sartorially educated. Like, they know how to dress. They know how, yeah.
Can I just say, cats in every way are hilarious.
Especially in a necktie.
If the cat's wearing a necktie, I'm sorry, that's just...
But it's proven he'll get his.
That's brilliant.
He will be successful and acquire that next management
He
role.
will be successful, of course. Yeah, I feel that.
Finally, what I found out was every Oompa Loompa is a dyke. So I found that really curious.
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, so,
that's some good facts there.
Thank you very much.
All
Yeah.
on what the fuck,
What the
facts. So go check that one out, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone under 18, you check it out anyway.
Yeah, check it out.
Go for it.
Get familiar with your animal kingdom. So, I went and did a bit of bin diving this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is?
Bin diving.
Yes.
So what you do is you take a bin. Okay.
Yeah.
You then dive into it, I assume, some sort of diving action into the bin,
Well, no.
and then you swim around.
Traditionally, bin diving in the past has been kind of a habit of the homeless and or the environmentally savvy ferals. So bin diving means jumping into a I think they're called, what are they called here?
A dumpster.
Well, okay, dumpster, but they're also called something else.
A
tip or dumpster. Anyway, so you dive into a dumpster to see what you can get. So the pharaohs go behind supermarkets and they try to get discarded produce that's still edible, but it's wasted. And so they figure, I'm going to eat this shit. It's filthy and dirty and contaminated as it is.
Exactly. It's edible. It's a material.
So, but I ask you the question: what does bin diving mean in the digital age?
Okay. So there's a term bin diving in the digital age.
I'm actually coining the phrase. I'm starting a trend. I'm starting a trend. Digital bin diving.
Okay.
Essentially what this means is
DVD.
you're going into your email trash bin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you're sorting through the shit. Now, there's centers now where you can go and do this. Okay? So not only you're sorting through your trash and your garbage, you're going through other people's trash and garbage.
So everyone's deleted emails goes to a database.
That's correct.
Okay.
Now, imagine the things you can find here. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably not going to find much out of my shit because I get a lot of spam, whatever. But I mean, some of the things you can find.
What are you hoping to find?
What am I hoping to find? Well, funny you should ask that, Joshua. I'm not really hoping to find anything except maybe a better job, some job offers.
Maybe.
There's some job offers in there.
There's a few job offers in there. Maybe there's someone else. They already had a good job.
Now, I'm an expatriate.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm living in Australia. All my family's still back in California.
Yeah.
I want to get some loving emails. I want to get some Christmas cards.
Yeah.
I want to get, the email from my sister that says she's just broken up with her boyfriend. How can I help? How can I give advice? What can I do for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're saying you want someone else's email?
That's right.
Of that. So someone sends a Christmas card to their son, Bill.
Sure.
Hey Bill, Merry Christmas. Hope you have a great weekend.
But I've gone into this electronic dumpster and I've extracted it. It now becomes mine.
He deletes that, goes to this database.
That's right.
You sift through it. You dive. You bin dive.
I get my hands dirty.
You find this email. Do you change his name to Tim?
No, I become
Bill.
I become Bill.
So, oh wow.
Yeah, so it goes into many deeper levels here.
You just blew my mind, right?
We're talking existentialism here now, okay?
It takes it to the next level, yeah.
In this manner, you can really never die. We're mortal now. Immortal, I should say.
Yeah.
You know
Definitely.
what I mean?
I'm feeling it. I'm absolutely feeling it.
Coupons. You can get coupons. I'm
can
also
buy
hoping to
so
get
many
that next big publishing deal, you know? I've written a novel. I want that manuscript published. Where's that acceptance letter in there somewhere?
It'll be something.
I'll take that in there. I will live vicariously through all these emails, and I will never die.
Can you maybe... we start this company, right? Let's say we start digital bin diving. Could we then maybe take different themed emails and then people... Like, it sorts them for people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you buy a subscription and you can go, alright, I want hilarious cat emails.
Perfect. Yeah.
There's all your hilarious cat emails.
And you know what I'm thinking we'd also do? We'll do a delivery service. Like, we'll come out on the truck and we'll dump those emails in the front of your house.
Print them off, dump them.
Just right there. And when you're done with them, we'll pick them up again.
We'll cover them in
it's
grease,
recycling.
cover them in dirt, a little bit of pasta sauce. So it feels like used letters.
In a way, yes.
In a way.
Yeah,
we want people to feel like we want it to be real for everyone. That sounds like a great idea.
I like it too. And I think, you know, it's going to take off. Keep an eye out for that. We're going to post the details on Facebook because in addition to Handbook, which really hasn't taken off, we've got a plethora of ideas, and we're coming at you.
Digital bin diving.
Yo.
That's funky.
Isn't that funky?
That's funky. Lots of good ideas that came up in this episode.
You know, we went across the planet. We talked about animals. We talked about Facebook phones. We talked about the Nazis.
We talked about the Nazis and the North Koreans in this episode. It was a bit of a war-themed episode.
Bit of a war theme.
Even though none of your stuff had to do with war, I'm coining this the war-themed episode.
War and fauna. I mean, that's what we were on about today.
Fauna. What's fauna mean?
Fauna means animals, essentially. Yeah.
That's nice. Write it down.
And cats and ties.
Cats and ties should be mentioned in more of our episodes.
I believe it should, and I think there's actually already some photos on our Facebook. If not,
there is.
Yeah,
there'll be more.
We love cats and ties.
Expect more cats in ties photos. All else is expect more cats in ties.
Joshua, where can they find the generational links?
Let's start with Twitter, shall we?
Yep.
At generational. Search us. We are hilarious. So we'll put some stuff on there for you. You can get us on Facebook, facebook.com/generationalpodcast, or just type Generational Podcast in your search bar on Facebook. You'll find us. Like the page.
Also, we really encourage you guys, if you are enjoying the show, we want to hear from you via reviews on iTunes. Means a lot to us for you to actually take a moment out, log on, write something quirky, nasty, dirty, whatever. Post a picture of your hand, and it just really helps us out. So please do that. If you're an Android user, go to Spreaker, pick us up there, and as always, or not Spreaker, sorry, Stitcher. I always forget that one. Stitcher.
And then buy an iPhone.
And buy.
Because that's the future, right there.
Well, Hotmail phone really is.
Hotmail phone, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the Hotmail Fune. I can't wait for the Hotmail Fune.
The Hotmail Fune.
Yeah, the Fune.
1992, here we come.
Okay then. With that, we're going to leave you.
Damn girl.
We thank you very much for listening. Until next time, we out. Late.